There we go. More good news, by the way. Dragon's dead. Alright, class, settle down and let me tell you a story. I completely missed this one last weekend for the simple reason that I was too busy doing demos for the tabletop version of the thing. It went so well, in fact, that one group bought me fruit tea after giving them a demo. It was so sweet since I usually volunteer my time for the sake of keeping the community alive and well. Anyways, gestures like these are greatly appreciated, and while on the subject of things that are truly appreciated, please like, share, subscribe, do the whole notification button thing to help me out with the algo, and here we go. You know what, it just dawned on me that despite the fact that my main game system right now is a Song of Ice and Fire miniature game, I haven't done a single Game of Thrones related content because I believe that the whole thing's been trashed out. But then again, the series ended in 2019 and some of its previous seasons are, well, more than a decade old. So I guess it's about time that, we do some sort of a retrospective. But before that, this one came out last Saturday or Sunday, depending on your time zone. I'm so sorry it took us this long. But anyways, why don't we just, check this one out? Done. Alright, House Stark. Oh, it's Jon. And the Night King. Hold up. This is what we're gonna do, right? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and then we're gonna go through it again. Alright? So, go.
You may think you know how the game is played.
You?
But this is not the game you know.
Alright, lannisters coming to help. Should keep my mouth shut. There we go! Get that! I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Valyrian steel, baby! Oh, shit! I saw the Valyrian steel! Shit! Get that steel, baby! Sponsored by G.R. Mormon!
Is your legacy.
Wait! Let's have steel. Alright. Unsullied is here. Wait, what? No! It doesn't make any sense!
Who wins and who dies.
Tywin Lannister talking. Huh! Wait, he's not turning. Oh! Crap! Oh! Dragon's dead.
Game of Thrones.
War for
Westeros. War for Westeros.
Is that Tywin Lannister speaking? Alright, let's go through it again. Alright, we have House Stark. You've got Jon, yet for some reason... Yeah, he's holding his Valyrian steel. Sponsored by the Mormonts. Have you guys seen that meme? That Jonsnow is sponsored by the Mormont. Alright, we've got the Night King.
You may think you know how the game is played. But this...
Alright, we've got the Northmen fighting the dead. Know. And then Jaime Lannister coming in as wait, I don't think they're reinforcements. To be honest, alright, we know Jon's dead. There we go. Can someone please put it down, the name of that blade? If G.R. Mormont named his Valyrian steel blade, their family blades. Comment please. Huh. So I'm assuming at this point, he's no longer a man of the Night's Watch because on his neck shield or in his neck guard, he's holding two wolves.
Is your legacy.
I don't get this. She's just spraying and spraying. Oh my god, I have this feeling. It's a free for all. Oh, it's a free for all. Now here comes the Unsullied. See? Okay, see, they're attacking both the undead and both the Northmen.
You decide who wins and who dies.
And and of course, they're going to kill the dragon. Their only chance of actually finishing this fight. See, this is so stupid, at least for all the living factions. For the simple reason that all they're doing for each man they kill, they're just adding the numbers of the dead. They're literally giving free soldiers to the army of the dead. That's it. I'm assuming they have the same, that the army of the dead has the same mechanics as the Necrons in the Warhammer 40k RTS back in the early 2Ks. And there we go, see? One more for the Night King. Every dead man is for the Night King. There we go. More good news, by the way, Dragon's dead.
Game of Thrones. War for Westeros.
Anyways, looking forward to it. Anyways, for me, this whole thing came out of nowhere. So why don't we check out the dev diary?
Game of Thrones is one of the most beloved and iconic series of all time.
It was.
This is why we're so excited that
Until D&D ruined it back in 2019.
Playside Studios
I mean, just imagine, a lot of people are still so pissed off because it would have been the perfect series to rewatch during the pandemic. Remember, the final season was released in 2019. Alright, people could have used those things during the lockdowns, during the pandemic. No, but no, they didn't.
be developing a real-time strategy game for this franchise.
Of course.
You step into Westeros at its most dangerous. Call your banners, lead iconic heroes,
Of course, they're gonna be using the actors, images.
and rewrite the fate of the Seven Kingdoms.
Alright, you've got
Like millions of
Kitharrington.
others, we experience the TV show week to week. The betrayals, the shifting power, the moments that left the world stunned. That emotional
Alright,
weight.
so
that
obviously, they're using the actors' portraits. That's Nikolaj
unpredictability
Coster-Waldau.
is what we want to capture.
I'm not sure. I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. Did I pronounce that correctly?
in
I have no
War for
idea.
Westeros. This is a world where trust is fleeting and power is everything.
Oh.
You're not just
This reminds me of that Lord of the Rings RTS game in the early 2Ks. Battle of
commanding
Middle
armies.
Earth.
You're navigating a world shaped by legacy, betrayal, and the fight to claim the Iron Throne. At the heart of the struggle are great houses, each fighting for power in their own way.
Alright,
In
you've got
War
the
for
houses.
Westeros, take command of iconic factions. Call on the banners of House Stark, proud
Stark.
and unyielding in the face of the impossible
So,
odds.
I'm assuming Jonsnow is no longer a man of the Night's Watch. Of
Conquer with House Targaryen, reborn in fire with a hunger to reclaim
course, we've got Emiliaclarke.
what was lost. Command from House Lannister,
Hear me
rich in
roar.
gold, driven by ambition and power, while crossing the myth as the Night King, raising a relentless army to bring on the Long Night.
So, 4 initial factions then.
That choice puts you in command of armies on the battlefield, gathering resources, securing key locations, and building the power you need to claim victory.
Very reminiscent of Battle for Middle Earth. I mean, I love that game.
You'll fight
Or
battles
at least
across
for me,
Westeros,
very reminiscent of it.
from the frozen north to the gates of King's Landing. Deploy infantry, cavalry, siege engines, giants, and dragons to push through enemy lines or hold your own.
What was... The green stuff, what do you call the green stuff again? The one Tyrion used against the Baratheon fleet? Was it dragon fire? Was it green fire? Can someone please put it down in the comments? I forgot what they call it. The green liquid stuff.
When it all clicks,
Dead.
you feel like a true commander carrying your house's pride into every fight. But while battles may win ground, it's cunning that decides who sits the throne. Behind every clash of armies is a deeper game where diplomacy, deception, and shifting loyalties shape the war just as much as steel.
Interesting.
In War for Westeros, you'll relive iconic turning points from the Game of Thrones series, or forge your own rise to power. The outcome is yours to decide.
Of course. Dead Dragon.
This is a premium strategy game built for PC by a team who cares about doing it right.
I hope so.
We'll share more behind the scenes videos as development continues. Until then, you can wishlist Game of Thrones War for Westeros on Steam and follow us on social to stay in the loop.
I probably
and be the
will.
first to join the fight for the Iron Throne.
Looks awesome. Thank you for watching, guys. So if you want me to check out other stories here on YouTube, please let me know in the comments. We upload on the weekends, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Also, check out our Twitch channel where you can watch me do this live. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do the whole notification button thing to help me out with the algo, and class dismissed.